Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another Let's Build here at the Medieval Stables Project. And we've got a lot to do, but first things first, last time I had this area right here open, and my stairs have been catching on fire. So we are going to move this part of the build over here, and we're going to want the chimney right in line with that. So then we're going to put the forge in this corner here, and hopefully this will prevent it from getting or spreading and causing fire. So let's go ahead, we'll grab a bucket here. We'll grab that lava out of there. Oh, we grabbed it, but now we need a lava bucket. All right, and then to make sure the fire doesn't spread, we're gonna bring this all the way around, and then I think we're gonna need to put in some backing like that. You know what? I wonder, probably don't need that. And you know what? We probably don't need the backing either. Yep, let's go ahead. We'll go with this. I liked it better, I think, there. And I had a great suggestion for a hopper by Max Ryder up in that spot right there. But I think we're going to take this out. And I think we've got the lava far enough away now that nothing's going to catch fire. But then we also have to work on the fireplace up here. See, that's not going to work either. We're going to have to move this forge. Let me go ahead, shift this forge so it's in a place that will work for the build, and then I will be right back. All right, gang, we're back. I moved the forge so that it's centrally located, and you'll see that there's some blocks right up there. I'm still not sure how I feel about those, but we've got some little mini archways on either side so that you can still look through to the pasture and the pond behind. But more importantly, I think I've figured out a way that we can still get a fully... No! Oh, Scoti, you're so dumb. Why would you do that? You're gonna have fire hitting your roof. No! All right, we can't get a full stove in here. I thought I had it figured out. The fire spread wasn't happening, I swears it. All right, well, we'll put that out. Make sure there's no more burning going on. That's a bummer. Kind of looks cool. I guess we could do the cheesy torch fire. It looks super cheesy, though. Lame. All right. Let me work on this just a little bit more, gang. All right, we're back. Fire averted. We left the forge pretty much as it was underneath here. Except we're not going to have that chimney flue that goes up into the other room, just because making it fire safe is proving to be way too difficult. So we will end up putting a furnace in here somewhere. I tried putting the furnace in line and maybe pretending that that's some piping that goes out, but the way it connects to the wall, it just looks pretty fake, and I just wasn't a fan of it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a roof on this beauty. And I've got some notes here I want to double check, and then we're going to jump into putting the roof on. All right, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the same type of wood. I believe this is spruce. Yep, spruce wood stairs. And we're going to get started putting the roof on this building. And it's going to be pretty simple for the most part. We're just going to keep going in this fashion. I'm going to need some of the sandstone, and we're gonna have spruce logs that come up just like this to separate these different parts of the roof. So I'm gonna give this just a couple seconds here, that way you guys can see what I'm getting into, and then when I complete that, I will come back to you and we'll continue on with some more work here at the stables. All right, we got the roof on, and I left the open beams here on the corners, and then I did inverted stairs underneath the stairs for the roof just to give it a little bit thicker feel to it. I think it gives it a nice I don't know, thatch roof look to it. It's I like it better than just the thin stairs. I did go with just the thin stair on this level right here so that we still had clearance for the windows. And speaking of the windows, we're going to go ahead and throw some light blue glass in there. And it's, you could put clear in there, but with this, maybe it's kind of like the blue sky reflecting off the glass. So we've got that there. And then one thing I like to do is put trap doors in to be shutters. I think it adds a nice effect, and so we'll go ahead and we'll do that on all the sides here. And these are just little tricks to kind of dress up your building. So we'll go ahead, go like this. We don't need one there for the door. And then I think for this building, the spruce door is actually going to be the door we want to use as well. And we want to come in here. I think that's got a really nice look to it. But let's see if we can dress up these logs here on the end as well. I don't know if I like that. What if we threw a button on the end? That does kind of give it an interesting, almost like a wooden wedge. Sometimes when building furniture and other things, even in housing at that time, they would use wooden spikes to as fasteners. So I think this might actually end up working out pretty well. How exactly that's a fastener, not exactly sure, but it does add a little bit more texture to the ends of the logs. And then let's see if we can perhaps make a flower basket. Now this may be too much. Yeah, that, you know what? Let's go ahead, let's give it a rip. We'll see what you guys say in the comments. That might be too many of the trap doors close together, but maybe if we throw a flower in here, we'll throw a blue orchid in one, and we'll throw some of this, what is it? Come on now, azure bluette in there as well. There'll be like window boxes for the front. And you know what? Let's go ahead. We'll throw some right there. And then we've also got, I think we're going to leave the windows on the back blank, but we can put another flower pot or, there we go. Another window basket for flowers right there. And let's go ahead. We'll do the poppy. There we go. So we've got some window baskets. And next, what I need to do is I need to get the floor of the forge area and of all the stalls for the horses done. And then we're going to do some fencing around the outside. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. If you guys have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments and I can go back and revisit things. But otherwise, I'll be right back with the floor of the forge and some other things finished up. All right, welcome back. I'm throwing some torches on some fence pieces here. And this will kind of serve two purposes. It'll make it more difficult for the horses to get out, but also they're like stands for the torches. And it'll also help light up the stables here. I'm going to throw some water in each of these cauldrons. That's going to be for the horses to have drinking water in each of the stalls. And then I also need to put in some straw. And you know what? Let's see how the straw looks as a base for the floor. You have to put it all facing up. That actually doesn't look real great. So what I'm thinking is I'll put in a bundle of, this is a hay bale. I'll put a bundle in here for the horses to eat, or to simulate something the horses would eat in real life. And then we'll do, oh, come on now. We'll do some other things to dress up the floor. And let's see, we could do coarse dirt. That way the grass won't spread everywhere. And we could just have a little worn path where the horses have either wallowed in their stall or laid down to sleep. Because horses don't sleep standing up. It's true, they don't. And let's see, we'll go down to this other one. We'll put some dirt in there, but we'll leave it mostly grass. We'll have some worn paths from where the horses have come in and out. In the forge area, I did some cobblestone, mossy cobble, and gravel to simulate that there was a workspace here, but we've got some grass patches where the stones have given way to nature. I've still got to do the fence bit, but we are getting much closer to wrapping up this medieval stables. I'm very much looking forward to your feedback, and I still got to dress up the inside of the hostler's area and where he lives, but I think I'm going to go in and dress this up with some cobble, mossy cobble, and gravel all through here, and then we'll fence in a little bit of an area for the horses here in just a second, and I'll be right back. All right, gang, we're back. I've got some more of the entryway in. I made the path that leads on up. We've got these stones here to mark the entrance, a nice gravel, cobble, and mossy cobble area that leads into the stalls where we're going to have the horses. And then I put a fence in that goes all the way into the back 40 there. And I think we're going to have to call it an episode. Next time, we will dress up the inside of the hostler's quarters, get that all decked out. I'm interested in getting some feedback from you. We'll also need to put an anvil in and some other tools down here in the forge area. Obviously, we'll have to get some horses in here. But if you guys have any suggestions, thoughts, things, you know what? Before we leave, let's go ahead and put some buttons on these right here, just so it's all uniform and has its own matching style. But we've got the stalls ready for our horses. We've got a nice pasture. Go ahead and we'll just bump this guy a little bit to get him into our pasture. And I had to put in a little bit of land here to separate these two small ponds, just because of the way I wanted the fencing to run from the building and to kind of make this all one complex together. Let me know what you guys think. I'm very interested in some feedback. Click that like button if you enjoyed this episode and if you're enjoying this build. And subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more builds in the future. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm Scoti Garbidis. Click like, subscribe. Oh my, it's Scoti!